no one lifting their leg that high to kick it on the table. I don't believe it.
Well, maybe somebody is way more flexible than you and I.
Okay, let's say some passive-aggressive cop gets fired or something, and then on their way out kicks an espresso machine. Do we have a solution that will be solved faster than this time?
Well, it would be faster if it didn't get mixed up in transit. This is like partly.
So no.
This is partly my fault for picking up the wrong package when I went to post-ups, and partly post-ups for not notifying me that it was the wrong package. Whoever ordered this drip machine was called Richardson. And currently you guys have his drip machine, and he might have your espresso machine. I'm not entirely sure. Again, I will call them.
For this
I will call them on Monday. I will make sure that everything is sorted. But in the meantime, you do have your vending machines back.
Profile for Rich Richardson.
How convenient.
Patsy. Sounds like a patsy.
Dick.
Patsy
Dickinson.
That's the guy. Anyways, that's all I had. Thank you
I
for
have
your
an
time.
announcement.
Take the stage.
Hey everyone.
Hello, Duncan.
Hey, Duncan.
Hey, Duncan.
Hey, Duncan.
Hi, Duncan.
I support you.
In the interest of fairness in the code, all I'm gonna say is the polls are open and make an informed decision.
What?
Review,
Amen.
Dakota's platform, my platform, and make a decision based on what you feel is the best.
Wait, I thought you were running for
Duncan
sheriff.
for PD liaison. Let's go.
If I get PD liaison, I will not run for sheriff. I will
Oh.
full send it with
Oh.
PD liaison, even though
thank God.
it is a temporary position, as where the sheriff is not. Well, I mean, it could be, but the smart idea would be for me to just ditch it and go for sheriff. But if I commit to something, I stick to it. And that is a
permanent
principle you
position.
can.
You're the man, Duncan. You're
That's
the
a
man.
principle that you can count on me to have. Because I will see the whole term through to the end. Maybe even run again. I have huge vouchers from Deputy Mayor Simone. Isn't that right?
Correct.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Oh.
Oh, that's big.
From the
That's
guy with
big.
the espresso machine problem.
From
Okay.
Matthew Rhodes.
I don't know who that is. I'm Matt Rhodes.
Matt Rhodes.
It's not short for Matthew. It's actually why I'm up here. I support Duncan through and through. I believe Duncan has all of our best interests in mind. Okay.
Absolutely. I
And-
love the police.
Hell yeah,
And,
Duncan.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying Duncan would
Day
be
one.
a phenomenal addition to the council.
Day one.
The
Hey.
city council
Phenomenal.
meetings are about to get a lot longer.
Day one.
Wow.
Hey.
My man Duncan.
But add another hour to those council meetings at minimum.
And I promise you, everyone in this room, when Crane goes, "Grrr," I will not fold.
Hell yeah. Will you also talk as much to make them forget about the other things that we're thinking about?
I'm only gonna talk as much as I need to.
That's, the
That's
same
already
amount, don't
enough
worry.
from you,
Yeah.
Duncan. That's good.
Is there? Do you have any kind of strategy for if they start to vote opposite of you out of spite to get you to be quiet?
Talk
Except
more.
It is what it is, and
Keep talking.
be outnumbered. I'll be that one vote that just says,
No, Duncan, don't give up, bud. Don't give up.
well,
You
when
never
everyone
give
votes, I
up on
can't
what you
just-
believe
You must
in.
be a stone.
When the voting happens, you just kind of have to accept what is the result. We can always try again the week after.
Hopefully there's
what's
no
up,
mail-in
Spokeblood
voting or anything
Splusky?
like that. It's just all.
Hey,
handled
Siobhan or
in the house.
Simone, is there a time limit as to how long someone can speak?
What at the?
Yeah,
You
the
mean,
council
like-
meetings.
No, we don't have like time that we cede back to. It's like it's not Model United Nations.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's
Hell
basically
yeah.
until Crane tells you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, but Duncan, you won't
Like I
fold,
said,
right?
When he goes, I ain't folding.
Yeah.
I'm also not gonna get put in a corner.
I like this.
All right. Looking forward to it.
By the way,
So
what was the
frankly, it
context
is sort of-
behind
I am.
Okay, you want to give your whole
Dakota's in the
spiel?
corner thing?
Oh, he was resting his eyes, or
Oh.
taking a leak in the corner. Either or.
I'm blind.
Wrong meme, Cornwood. I'll put the actual one up there.
I gotta zoom in. What dis? Oh.
Here's the meme.
This was my application for PD liaison.
Great application.
That is Duncan's. Now let me tell y'all, a wise man once said,
Straight to the point. I like it.
brevity is the soul of wit, okay? And what people don't understand is words. Look, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? And we got some folks in here who can attest. Miss Siobhan, Deputy Mayor Simone, Jenny Hall. City Council, it's old. It's tired, okay? You start saying too many words, these people stop listening, okay? They fall asleep in their chairs. It's just the reality of it, okay? I mean, we gotta go in there and look, you gotta spice things up, all right? You gotta go in there and you gotta make sure these folks stay awake, all right? And if I'm in there, asking for people to lend me their ears, they ain't gonna lend them. All right, you got to go in there and you got to take their ears. And you say, "This shit's mine." All right, now listen. And you know damn well, y'all have known me long enough. Some of you for many years, and some of you more recent. You know, ain't nobody's gonna take your damn ears more than I will. All right. I want to make sure to let them know this is what we need. All right. This is what you need. All right. People of this PD. All right.
I think you might be downplaying Duncan's ability to take your ear.
Oh, Duncan might take your ear, but he won't give it back. That's the problem. Go ahead,
Not to
Duncan.
be not to be
Is
your
it the
heel,
debate?
not to be your heel right now, but when you went to present something to the city hall, they didn't understand what you were saying, and then you got flustered, and then nothing happened.
No, I didn't get flustered.
Oh.
I didn't get flustered. What I realized, you know, and this is a part of life, I realized, okay, these folks are way too the damn old to actually explain shit to them. You got to give it to them straight. Hey, we want this because of this. We want that because of that. If you go in there and you start giving a damn narrative, they're not gonna make it. You know, hell, who knows how old some of them folks are? They might not even make it to the next meeting. So you got to make sure to keep it in there, all right? And say, hey, we're doing this because of this because of that, and ain't nobody analyzes the PD and how it revolves. Excuse me, how everything revolves around the PD more than I do. Just period, point blank, end of discussion. All right. The amount of feedback I've given individually to, people inside this building, people outside of this building, people inside of that building, down the road, over at City Hall. In fact, I can tell you right now,
Let's do a
all
live
three of the
example.
people right there.
Explain the
Go
sheriff's
ahead.
office you want to open up.
Explain it right now.
Yeah.
We need to open it up as a forward operating base so that we can.
But what about the command structure? It's gonna get split up.
No, it's not. It's one chain of command. Stop not listening to
This
what I'm
happened
saying.
before. This
Yeah,
happened
it's happened
before.
before.
Though.
It's not happening now. All right.
It's gonna. But
No,
we don't
it's
have enough
not.
units
You need to
for it.
grow up. You're a grown ass man / woman.
There's not
okay?
enough
We
police.
have enough units.
There's not enough police in the
There
roster.
is. Stop listening to people that aren't awake enough, and they don't have the damn experience that I have. Okay. We have enough units. We've had enough units. What we need to establish presence.
Who said?
I have
who said-
resources.
Hold on, wait, Cornwood, that's a lie.
How is that a lie?
I was on
How is
duty.
that a lie,
I was on
folks?
duty for shift 2 for about 4 hours. Okay, and I had no backup for anything. Not a
When?
single one
What
of my
time?
calls today.
When?
Today, I got stabbed with no backup.
Wait,
That
what
just sounds
time?
like shifts too, girl. I don't know what to tell you.
What,
Probably
what,
I'm
feel
gonna be
better.
honest with you.
the past
We're
4
in the wrong
hours.
Look, the last 4.
The last 4, yes.
Oh, well,
I was one of the only units responding.
No, hold on. No, time out. You got stabbed.
I
Me-
got
you-
wrenched. Rooker got stabbed.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
wrenched.
We were
Rooker got
there.
stabbed. I immediately responded. I got everybody together, right? We chased down the guys who did it. We got Bobby, they kidnapped Bobby Charles. We approached him, we got everything sorted. You had medical from or not medical, but you had support from everybody who was in the building, myself, Barrett, Alexis on fire,
Yep.
Kit Archer, and I'm forgetting one. Help me out, Barrick. Who
So
else was it?
so Cornwood,
Denzel Shiesty, but he was
Cornwood,
drunk.
you're not wrong. Here's the issue. Backup
Okay.
only came when the 13 Alpha went off. A 78 call was called 45 seconds beforehand with no response. It was just me and Rooker. 78s went out, no response. 30 seconds after we went down and the 13 Alpha went off is the only time we got a response.
Didn't I?
Was cracking.
Barrick was with me. Weren't we immediately grabbing them and going down?
Yeah.
There was
We
there
were
was
in Sandy. We
zero.
came down immediately.
I know, but that's the thing. There was zero response until the 13s actually went off. It was literally radio silence from the 78s.
Bro, do you hijacking my bit right now?
No, but I'm just trying to point out that like it ain't all great. It's not all great.
Yeah, and I'm listening to your presentation,
We're
Cornwood.
not,
I'm
but this is-
furious.
Well, this
Set
is
a
my
good
point,
example.
okay? This is my point. 1, that is an isolated incident, specifically. 2, we were coming immediately.
We have so many good people in the
Yeah.
LSPD. They're just gonna transfer over because it's a shiny new toy, and then the LSPD will be dead, Cornwood.
No,
They'll
we're
be
not,
dead.
because I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to let them. All right, and I know everybody here is chomping at the damn bit, saying they want to go to the damn sheriff's office right away. It ain't going to happen. Actually, might be a little bit faster than I originally intended, but it's going to be a slow roll.
But Cornwood, what if you take all the sergeants from LSP that want to go, and then the LSP doesn't have any sergeants anymore?
I'm not taking all the sergeants. Why would you take everybody now?
Okay,
But I'm
hold
just
on.
not
You need to
listening
have-
to your argument.
What the
I'm
fuck
just saying
is
the
gonna
same thing
change
over and
whether
over.
they're in the sheriff's department or the LSPD, girl? We still don't even have the units, regardless of what uniform they're wearing. It's gonna be the same shit.
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean,
not-
it-
So
it's,
what
it's
is the
literally
argument?
no.
Just
Duncan's
pretending
not
to be
arguing.
the-
Duncan is pretending to be a dumbass,
Oh,
right? Because
okay.
he's saying that's the shit I'm going to deal with.
I
the
think
thing
it'll
is-
be fine.
You got to go in there and you got to, hey, point A, point B. This is why this is happening. This is the answer to your question. And this is why. Like, this is why you were wrong, basically. So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, Rhodes, to your point, Barrick, were we not coming down immediately? Am I wrong? We were coming down there before the alphas went off.
Mm-hmm.
Did we? I mean,
Unless it wasn't announced on radio, but I am
but I'm
certain there
usually
was
real good about
nothing on radio after the 78 call went out.
I'm
It
usually-
very
I'm
much
usually
so
real good about
gave like people were on duty but not paying attention to radio, doing their own things, and then you know how it kind of like when you say, you know, you want to go for a walk to a dog, their ears perk up. The beeps of the 13 Alpha went off, and that's when we actually, you know, finally got people like full attention.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
That absolutely does happen.
Oh yeah,
And I know
100%.
There was an incident last night that I wasn't around for. That, I mean, well, we all know about it, right? I mean, the shit that happened with Bay and Lenny and everybody else, right? I mean, it's
The incident.
the incident, okay?
The incident.
Which I mean, that sent me
That's
through
probably
the
why you
damn
didn't have
roof.
any backup. I mean, Lenny probably would have backed you up, Rhodes.
I mean, you did have
Back
backup.
when-
It's just that we weren't right there.
Lenny would have been there with a gun out, asking where the dog is at.
But the fact of the matter is this: we're down. We're down right now. We're the damn New England Patriots against the Atlanta Falcons. 2017.
We can only
Super
go
Bowl
up from
51.
here.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know.
we're
go
down.
up.
I don't think
We
this
are
is
down.
a good comparison to make in front of this group of people.
What do you mean? Okay.
Go
who doesn't understand
Sports!
Who doesn't understand
Can you
football?
give us
Listen,
a lacrosse
I
reference,
show
please?
up to the Super Bowl party to hang out with friends and family. I don't give a fuck what's on the TV. I'm
Hey.
there for social conversation and food, okay?
Right, bitch.
so
it's
Rose,
for the
so
liquor.
Rose, what did you just say right then and there?
I was there for friends and family to socialize and eat.
Right. But you were still at the Super Bowl. Why?
Oh, yes.
Because it is the best damn sport in the world, okay?
And you know, the
this is gonna
halftime
be the
shows and the
best damn
commercials kind of got me
sport
reeled
on
in.
y'all,
It's the
Okay?
only
Not
time my dad
y'all
will sit down with me at the
delusional.
couch.
This
Look.
will be the best damn PD.
What
Once
he's
we're
trying
done
to
getting
say
this
is,
thing
let me
going, we're
translate
gonna get
Cornwood
back.
as the football
right.
liaison. What he's
Okay.
trying to say is we can only go up from here.
Well, we
Cool.
could go more down.
Thank you, Duncan.
If possible.
Is Duncan short and concise right now? What is happening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Duncan's short.
I learned a lot.
So there you go. As far as going through and actually getting shit done, there is nobody that's gonna get shit done better than me. Period.
All right, make your informed decisions today, guys. Also, I was only pretending to be a dumbass.
Vote Duncan for PD liaison. That's the only, you know.
Oh,
Well, actually,
also, I
Cornwood,
gotta-
I'm voting
I
for
gotta
you
throw
if
Shift
sheriff
3,
election come
Shift
up.
3.
Here we go.
I love Shift 3.
Wow.
Girl.
Raise your hand
Hey,
if you
Dad.
believe Duncan.
Duncan has a weird sense of humor. But I believe him.
Oh, y'all won, Duncan.
Yeah, no, I do.
That's a
Y'all
good
know
one.
that prior to any sheriff related stuff, he approached me one day and said, Rhodes, I want to start the sheriff's office.
All right, bro,
And-
that's enough. You're good. You can stop.
And when asked
Stop.
why,
Rose,
he
you
said-
can stop. You can stop. You can
when
stop.
asked
Rose, you can
why,
stop.
he
Yeah.
said,
Warning.
I like
Silence
chicken.
him.
Please continue.
That's a
Sorry,
senior.
what?
You can't silence
Yeah,
him.
he said the reason was he liked chicken. Ooh.
Like
Keep
to
going,
eat?
Yeah, to eat.
To eat?
Oh, what's happening right now?
Okay, do you want me to repeat it?
Also, I like chickens alive as well, so I'm vegan friendly.
Wait, what the hell?
What the fuck?
Yeah, sorry, you snatched me from my seat that I was glued in. So to reiterate, again, Duncan, I support you through and through, bud, okay? But I do question voting for you for sheriff, primarily because you did indicate that one time you were doing it because you
Well,
like chicken. I won't
Let's
forget
be
that.
honest, I'm not gonna run for sheriff because I'm gonna win PD liaison.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear.
Oh.
How do you expect to win PD liaison?
If he doesn't become
Because-
sheriff and doesn't, and I'll vote for him.
Because I'm pretty sure there's people in here who are gonna vote for me just so I don't run for sheriff.
Amen. Can you tell us how else you'll fuck up the sheriff thing?
No.
Okay.
Look, y'all, I'll tell you this much. Who talked during Duncan's presentation? Nobody.
Oh.
Who talked during mine? A lot of folks. It's because y'all were listening. All right, there you go.
Oh.
God damn.
Cletus, that was shady as fuck.
Oh my god.
I don't know who got ate up more, OTT or Duncan.
You're so fucking stupid.
I mean, you could kind of make the opposite argument, right? Like, people weren't talking when Duncan was speaking because
they
we
were
was listening.
With Cornwood, they're just having a good time.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a burn if it was that way.
I know, but listen, I can't let y'all just walk all
Actually-
over Duncan. That's fucked up. I want y'all to
Hold
know.
on.
I want y'all to
Vincent,
know.
Vincent.
Hold no, this is
Hey,
this is important.
Hey,
Did
you
you
have,
just
you have
push the
100.
chief?
Push the
You have
chief?
120
Oh my
seconds
god.
on this podium, and then you're done.
Okay.
He's gonna,
You're
I-
done for
he's
the
gonna-
day.
he's gonna
You're
rip
done for
it.
the
They're
day.
taking
Can we get a
podiums after
timer on the
this.
projector?
Vincent,
I
come
know
here.
what he's gonna talk about.
Vincent, come here.
You push the chief off for this? Okay.
Guys, listen to Vincent and then listen
don't
to me
sound
and
the
tell me,
same.
do we sound the same?
No, we just have the same cadence.
No, we just have the same
Holy
cadence.
shit.
Okay.
Okay.
They do not sound the
sounds
fucking
just like a
same.
grown-up
No,
version of Vincent.
no.
We don't
really
sound the
don't.
same.
They
Y'all
do.
are-
They
they
do
do
have the
not.
same cadence.
Okay, who has the better voice?
Who has the better voice?
Release me.
On fire?
It sounds like you just
Um,
have different branded throats.
I think Jace Barter does.
Jace Butter a fucking flop. He's gonna get fucking fired.
Girl,
Sorry, Uppers.
watch your mouth,
Sorry,
bitch.
Uppers.
I was
The
gonna
hell's
put
wrong
a
with
timer.
Umpire?
Just tripping out. Yeah, this is what he pushed you for, Chief.
This is what he pushed you for, Chief. Hope you know that.
Okay. Now I'm gonna beat the fuck.
I lost my train of thought.
I'm
Gotta
just
get
gonna be,
a judge to sign off on it. Come on.
yeah, I'm just gonna be quick about it. Not gonna talk about it out loud. Just read the announcement that I just put out and spread the word, because I understand we don't have a lot of units, but the people that are here, you need to be helping each other out. And if you're not, very simple. You're gonna go. I don't know. There's been enough warnings. This, that, and the other. Just help each other out. Otherwise, you're just gonna be gone. We'll find somebody else to replace you. It's that simple.
Hey, don't be saying that.
I'm just saying. Like, if you don't want to help each other out, you don't want to be there for each other, we need to find somebody that is actually going to fulfill the job. That's
Eric,
simple.
I say ask one question.
I'm not dealing with this, Duncan. Please.
No, just one question. It's
Yeah,
this
Hayes
happens a lot.
GPT and actually make it mean something.
Okay. Sometimes I know this happens to a lot of us. When we walk through that front door, there is someone there waiting to ambush us to ask us for something.
Yeah, that's you. Every single day I get to work.
No, I mean like a
I literally had
civilian.
not even signed in on duty yet. I was making fucking breakfast in my kitchen, and you called me.
Okay.
Actually,
my point.
Same thing happened to me,
point is kinda
Duncan.
serious though. My point is serious though. Like, and when we clock in and someone's there, like, oh, officer, I need you right now to
Okay,
file
you
the
guys get in a
report or
fucking
whatever.
car. You guys go out on patrol, and actually have a presence out there, and you can talk about your issues.
I'm talking about civilians who walk in
Please.
MRPD.
Deserved.
You know what? I'll just ignore them.
Respectfully.
Go
No,
on
that's
the
fine.
I
outside.
deserve that. I deserve that.
Hmm.
This happens constantly, but I'll
Yeah,
just
5
ignore
seconds,
them.
Duncan.
I hit you harder though.
Okay, take me 10 seconds to get through this. Y'all, the statute of limitations is 30 days from the time something happened. Okay, 30 days from the time the crime occurred.
That reminds me, Corey, we gotta talk.
All right? Does everyone understand that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay? All right, just throwing that out there so there's no confusion.
Wait, I forgot, Rose. What,
Wait,
from
can
when
you
it
can you
started?
repeat?
Yeah. The statute of limitations is 30
What
days
is that?
from
What's
the
that?
from the time a crime occurred.
Rose, turn around.
Cletus,
What is that?
take that down.
What the hell?
Oh,
Wait, what?
don't show this page on stream.
What is it?
Connecting.
Oh, something's wrong here.
Oh.
How is
Someone
there
fucked
only
up.
80 right now?
Who's that in the photo?
I don't know.
I
think it's
don't
one of
know.
Declan's friends.
It's one of Duncan's friends.
The one of Declan.
Oh, Declan's friend.
And
There
to
you
be
go.
clear, not 30 days from when the report was created, not 30 days from the time you released them in custody. No, 30 days from when the crime happened. Okay. You know, that's not a good example to have
No,
up there.
It's really not. Not currently. It's not really not a good example.
Yeah, no. For context, the report involving Tessa, where she got arrested, the report was created at 9:14 p.m. Tessa got billed 30 days later at 9:21. 30 days and 7 minutes later. From when it was created, by the way, not the incident. Oh. I have a bit of an issue there.
Yeah, we should just go sit inside the apartment area because there's no way to get photos of people doing a handoff. If we just stand there and then they literally won't know how to make
hell
money
are you
because
talking
these are
about?
degenerate losers that literally live to sell drugs.
That
okay?
is
These are
so crazy.
they're the
wow.
shit stain on the damn.
fucking
planet
hate them.
Earth. Okay,
I hate them.
sorry, I got.
I call that the foreign bush.
Just keep in mind, if you stay on duty for a long time, we have academy in 4 hours, so things are gonna be tight. But
Oh.
just pick your battles.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better.
This is
Smile.
Mm-hmm.
Smiling.
All right.
I never
Appreciate
smile.
each and every one of you. Let's get out there. Appreciate you guys.
Oh.
And I'm not going to.
Hello.
But do you understand what you're saying?
Hello,
right?
how are
You're saying
Hey,
I
I'm good. I'm good. I have a question. Actually, Siobhan, this is, I think, more pointed towards you.
Okay.
I'll see when I'm not needed.
Wait, we're gonna do the pledge.
Well, no, you know, she deals with like finances and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Garage.
Oh,
of the
hold on.
United States of America
Brown.
and to the republic
Continue
for
south
which
on
it
Little Bitcoin.
stands,
I don't want to be
Crossing
one
disrespectful,
nation,
but I don't know the
under
words.
God, indivisible, with liberty
Right,
and
south
justice
on
for all.
Red Monstein.
I know it was a campaign slogan
I
for
pledge allegiance to thee, Texas,
okay.
one
Right,
state,
west
for
on
to
under
sell
God,
flags
one,
See with trees.
indivisible.
by a marketing company
U-turning.
who sold flags.
Left.
If an officer gets sued, who's paying?
You know, that's a great question.
Uh-huh.
I think thus far it's been paid out. It's been ordered to be paid out from the officer's personal.
Ooh.
Whether or not it should be like a 50-50 split like it used to be in the past is something that we should probably look at legislating.
Yeah. That's this is such an edge case of like statute of limitations, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tessa sues.
Oh no, she is definitely suing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell Siobhan over here what happened?
Oh, well, I kind of just did.
Well,
maybe. Long story short, the whole like Cornwood thing happened, and then a warrant was put out. I don't know when exactly. But Tessa got processed, and the bill for her processing, which meant she was still in custody, was 7 minutes after, like 30 days and 7 minutes after the report was created. And typically we don't create reports until like decently after something is actually started. So that's going to be an interesting one, I will say. But she was sent to prison outside of the statute of limitations, technically. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's really close.
It's not when you consider whoever was in charge of this had
But-
30 days.
I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna go back to. I'm reminded of somebody who used to wait until the 11th hour on like the 30th day to do things, and how that was sort of you know, somewhat of. It was considered bad faith engagement.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Now, whether or not that's within an officer's discretion and purview to to employ that sort of bad faith engagement, the courts should decide that generally.
Yeah, there is a solution to
Lawyers
this.
can do that, and yeah, they will get slapped on the wrist if they do it too frequently. But lawyers have done that. That's literally how Tim Collins got loitering fucking thrown out of the penal code for unconstitutionalities. He waited until the 11th hour on the 30th day to post it on the docket
Yeah.
because he knew that by that point people would have forgotten, and that his client's testimony would, because they would be, you know, continuously prepped throughout that time, would be fine, while the officers would be unable to recall a simple loitering charge 30 days, 45 days, right by the time it's actually scheduled.
Mm-hmm. I think the part that doesn't sit well with me was that Tessa had turned herself in, I guess, and had asked that this just be placed on the docket. And if they had done that as of that moment, they would have been fine. And she even said, you know, if you just place it on the docket, I'll have my day in court and my guilt will be determined. And then they processed her, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, I will say.
It is.
I have a question. Do you know how there's a
I'm very interested to see that in court. Yes, sir. What's the other question?
so there's a good faith exception for
Yes. I was thinking of the good faith exception. Let's say you were looking at the time and you thought, oh God, I got 3 minutes left, but you misread the hour or like the minute, right? The 10
Does that
the 10
actually
months.
apply to arrest warrants or just...
I'm not sure.
The reason I ask is because technically she did have a warrant out for her arrest. And based upon how well, here's the thing, based upon how the MDT works, I even took a photo of it because I knew this would likely get brought up. Give me a second. Let's see. Where the heck is it? Okay, right here. So here's where it gets even trickier. The warrant for arrest expiration showed the 18th of this month, even though, again, outside of the statute of limitations.
So the warrant for arrest would have extended the statute of limitations?
No.
Interesting?
No.
No. Wait, was the warrant for arrest?
So if we place a warrant for arrest today and it's a violent felony, it's valid for 5 days, right? But that can't extend
Right.
past the statute of limitations. But we've never run into an issue where statute of limitations has been an issue with a warrant. But playing into the good faith exception, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see how the Department of Justice is going to rule on this.
It'll be a very interesting case.
Well, I mean, is it even a case? Does a lawyer just go up and attempt a summary judgment on the basis that there's nothing to argue is outside of the statute of limitations? It is what it is? Or do the judges hear it and go, well, there is the officer believed blah, 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 you know? Because if it's going to be interesting.
I could
That kind
imagine
of
somebody
defeat the purpose.
motioning. I'm gonna actually hear me out. I can imagine somebody motioning for summary judgment, just like you said, Rhodes. Getting that not going in the way that they want it to, and having the summary judgment go through negatively. Going to the appellate panel, where it's more of a constitutional arguments, right? Those good faith arguments from both sides and whatnot, and that, setting precedent.
Good question. Was she caught? She was caught before the warrant expired, right? Or 30 days were up.
No, she was at Mission Row. I don't know what the timing was. I just know that when she got billed, it was 7 minutes after the report was created. And again, that's an important bit because we don't create reports when the crime is being committed. We typically create a report at the conclusion of a scene. And so you then have to take into account that additional time.
Because usually when it comes to a warrant or when it comes to an arrest and it comes to, because this was old, it could change, but it was usually the moment the costs were placed, the timer stopped. Once that person was put into custody and those costs were slapped on, that was it. That was the pause moment.
I mean, with how it's written, let's see. Persons, law enforcement, or civilian have 30 days from the time a crime or crimes are committed to press charges upon a civilian with probable cause and evidence. No case is to be accepted outside of the statute. Now, to be fair, okay, hold on. The PD may be perfectly good in what they did technically with how that's written, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it states we have 30 days. Now, before statute of limitations was more in depth, and I don't know if it's more in depth somewhere else, but typically statute of limitations is literally saying you can't be held, criminally responsible or anything past this time period. But this says 30 days to press charges.
Is it the end of the 29th or is the end of the 30th day?
I mean, even then, if this warrant was placed on the 29th day, is it valid for the additional 5 days?
Depends if it was extended by a judge or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on the
Because
judge extended
a
it.
judge can lift your statute.
Yeah.
Well, so remember this.
Can too. Yep.
This is not something that was a warrant beforehand. There was no extensions. This is just an officer, from my understanding, placed a warrant out for their arrest. The command approved it based on their being PC. And that being that. I actually think this case is going to be... I don't think this actually should be a summary judgment. I think there's a lot of things that happen here specifically, even if they are edge cases that clarification needs to be provided. For example, on the 29th day, if I put out a warrant, which legally I can, is it valid for the 3 or 5 days, dependent on whether or not it's a violent felony? If the answer is
I did
yes,
that to read 5 years ago, and it was valid. It was on the 59th day I did it, and they were fine with it.
it
and
works
stayed for 3
so
days.
against how, like, the concept of a
Yeah.
statute of limitations, though. It is literally indicating beyond this time period, like, you're clear, essentially. So to have an active warrant out beyond the statute, to me, is strange. Like, maybe that's just my strange understanding. I mean, here,
I wouldn't say
statute.
that your understanding is strange. I wouldn't say that. It's actually quite. It's very very constitutionalist of you.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget, we have legislation in a constitution that is written, maybe not the most in-depth, right, for most people to understand. Though I think that gives a lot of leeway for attorneys to sit there and start pointing things out. Right? Because if you look at if I were to just say the concept of statute of limitations without reading this to you, would you agree that even if the warrant was placed on the 29th day, because it's beyond the statute of limitations, it would no longer be valid? Because that would be my understanding. But then I read they have 30 days from the time it's been committed to press charges.
Yeah.
I don't know. That wording is incredibly vague. I can press charges on day 29. Does that validate the warrant for more days beyond the statute?
Yeah, because Crane would tell us to do that back in the day. He's like, go ahead and do that.
Well, so extension of warrants, I would understand. That's normal.
No, I mean,
but
pressing
rarely.
charges, he would say like, oh, you can put out a warrant on that 29th day and still get them.
I mean, 29th day, though, you still have.
At that point.
True, not wrong. I want to bug Crane, but I also don't want to hear his old man.
Yeah.
I know it says it in nice bold letters there, right? That no case shall be, but
You want to know what's fucked up?
I'm like, judicial discretion also exists, and they can interpret the Constitution how they wish. That's what
Don't
they're entrusted
don't
to do
forget.
so.
Here's the even more fucked up part. Based upon that no case is to be accepted, would that not also imply an appeal?
Right. Which we obviously grant exceptions for.
Yeah.
Again, I think this is such like an edge case that it needs to be heard.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be real.
Testimony as a judge, I would want to hear it.
Oh, I would too.
I'll just say that I would want to hear it.
But okay, I'm gonna say this: if I'm a DA of sorts or acting within that capacity, listen, as fucked up as it sounds, I think my first course of action. Don't laugh, all right? Even though I'm laughing, my first course of action is going to be dismissing the appeal on the basis of it being outside of the statute of limitations.
No, absolutely, no, 100%. That's what you do. That's the play. That's just the play.
Like, that sounds fucked up, but like, you use what you got to your advantage, right?
100%, and you fucking buckle down, right? Like that's.
Oh my gosh.
Who is the officer that was in charge of this case?
I couldn't tell you who. Like, the person who processed Tessa was not, I don't believe, to have been involved in the original stuff. I think it was Tessa showed up, I guess, asked if they were going to do anything, and she said, something about 30 minutes.
I had a talk with Tessa earlier, and she said she straight up told ED that they should do their thing before the statute of limitation ran out.
Yep. And the craziest part is, if all they did was post it on a docket, even if it wasn't fully complete, and it was just Tessa's being charged with this, these are the officers involved, pending evidence, like, that would have been fine if it was within the 30 days. And even if the court date happens beyond that, doesn't matter. The filing was done within that time period.
Yeah.
But to send her off after that time period is the equivalent of filing that on the docket after the 30 days. In my opinion.
For a rights violation afterwards.
Yeah.
100%.
Mhm.
I'm just defense lawyer brain, right? You do that. You just do that.
Yep. And here's the thing, that case would be valid, right? Because you're not going back to 30 days ago from when this incident occurred. The violation occurred 30 days after, but now, you know, within a few days. Like, their rights violation happened, hers, if this qualifies, today or yesterday, I guess. So it's not like she can't file something on that basis. I you know what? The person in me who can sort of like dissect a situation and look at each thing separately really wants me to like know how this is going to work. Like, I want to be there. I want to be there when the ruling is made, because I would love to know. And I think this should be a crane thing, because there's a lot to sort of deep dive into, in my opinion.
Yes.
Isn't Nepo Baby also, isn't Crane's, what is nephew?
Grandson.
Grandson, I think.
But he disowned him.
Okay, so in that
Oh,
case,
was he
he's fine.
involved?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do.
I mean,
believe
that
so.
might be a conflict.
That's what I'm wondering, but I also think this is a case
Damn.
where I think Crane should be present, because this might set a what do you call him, precedent?
Yeah,
Well, why don't you
precedent.
just fucking help
Precedent.
prosecute then, if you want to make sure that you're there and fucking motion for some shit?
What makes you think I'm going to prosecute against the PD?
I don't know.
Wait, hold up. Are you saying for PD?
For PD.
Oh, I thought you meant like, I was like, no, I can't. Like, Tessa's my best friend.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm hella conflicted. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could do my job, but I'm not going to be given a half-assed, wait until the last hour, you know, everything was done wrong. That ain't happening. And to make matters worse, while we were all sitting there, and by the way, that question I threw, the questions I threw to Max that was just an easy.
Oh, those were great questions.
I was just curious to see if he'd answer. I wanted to know if I was going to get it's none of your business, because that's kind of what I told him regarding my finances. So I'm actually content with him seeing my finances. I've just been
we also
unable to
have, like,
pull
two
them.
paychecks, right? We got the marital monies.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm married to a dispatcher, you know. Actually,
Right,
we
okay, so you're
technically need to get
you're
remarried.
probably in similar Oh.
Oh, not even close. Not even close. The $200,000 car? No. No, ma'am.
Okay, but Rhodes, also consider that I work like 15 hours a day, and the last time I took a day off was January 10th.
Oh. I
So
mean,
why don't-
valid.
consider that. Consider that. You
Valid.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
when you say it costs a lot, like also consider how much I fucking work. And I'm like always working. I'm always around. I'm listening to people, looking at business proposals. I'm explaining to them why their construction requests is not going to happen 17 times a day.
Yeah, I don't envy what you do at all.
Every day.
Yeah, no.
It's a great time. No, I'm you know what's weird though, Rhodes? It's not entirely unlike when I was a judge.
Oh, yeah, and you had to tell people, hey, that license plate you want is stupid, so no.
Yeah, or no, you're not getting a 3-character license plate. Fuck off. It's literally not possible.
No,
to
you can't have a
me!
weapons license. You attempted to murder 3 cops yesterday. But
You
why?
just came in here with a known gang member. It is your first day in the city. You show me your driver's license. No, get the fuck out. God,
Yeah.
that was the best.
Yeah. And you want to know the worst part?
Do not give this guy a driver's
That
license.
whole meeting, not meeting, but like the mayoral debate thing. I parked my car kind of close so it could be within my view in case I needed to leave, but also as like, it sort of like narrowed the entryway. So like people leaving and exiting was a little easier to see. I heard one guy was like, yeah, the community. And I was like, oh no, I'm on their list. I shot Mr. Rollins. He said he was going to shoot me. I shot him. He didn't even have a gun. Anyways, he told me I'm on a list. So when I heard that, now here's the other fucked up part. You know, there were so many people there. People just wasn't looking like themselves. He didn't exactly look like himself either. So, you know, I had my baton out. Then he pulled a knife out. I was considering hitting him, but I was like, nah, there's no way we're gonna have one of these moments here. Yeah, we de-escalated. And by we, me, I de-escalated, thankfully.
Bro, how did you de-escalate?
Using my words.
Good, the old-fashioned way. Listen, can I
Yep.
tell you something?
Sure.
Maybe you'll disagree with me, but like, I feel like if I can't use my words to win, like if I even have to feel the need to resort to physical force to do anything, right? And I can't win with my words, then I've already lost.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, you do agree.
So,
Okay.
well, it depends on circumstance.
Right,
If you're
of
talking
course.
about the BBMC, there's no amount of words that you can have come out of your mouth in any period of time
They're
to
literally looking
to
for me
talk
right now and
sense,
trying to fuck me up.
to talk sense into them.
Bro, they're
And
literally
unfortunately,
looking for me right now, trying to ruin
yeah,
my life.
yeah. Let me make this clear. Dundee was the one to wrench me. Okay. Now I don't see the BBMC very often, but what I will say is this is the result of slacks pussyfooting around them all the time, giving in to whatever demands they want, and now they feel like they own the fucking place.
That just sounds like Dundee.
What?
Absolutely
Never
fucking not.
happens.
And I'm gonna tell you this: the next time I'm on scene with slacks and he's trying to negotiate and I have a shop, you bet your ass, Dundee is gonna be. Never mind. You know.
Just do us that favor, please.
Hey.
Hello, are you doing something?
I'm about to get out there. Why?
Are you with someone?
No, I'm solo.
Okay.
Why?
Can I talk crazy for 5 seconds and you won't say nothing?
Yeah.
Now tell me why this motherfucking bitch ass TV police Barrick Johnson gonna come up to me knowing damn well I'm number one motherfucking bad bitch of shift 3. I've been holding the fuck
I
down,
helped
bitch.
a homeless
Motherfucking
person,
most
yeah.
present,
I got
okay.
him,
Carrying
got
this
him a hot
motherfucking
meal,
FTO shit on my back, and he gonna look me dead
gave
in my
him some,
eyes.
energy
After I
bars and
tell
some
him I've
water
been
for the
awake for
road,
over 24
I got
hours
him
and
some
talk about
new
some.
clothes, got him a
So
shade,
you have a natural hair
haircut, looking like a family
color.
man so he could get interviews and get himself employed.
Wait. What color's your hair?
Bitch, it's
He's
white
been
with
in
the
the
tints
city,
of
you
lavender.
just got in here. You've been here for all of
That's what I was
145
born with.
minutes.
But now tell me why
He's
he's
been there
gonna play in
45
my
minutes, he's
face like that.
already
Am I
homeless?
crazy
was
or am I
the
crazy
last
that
night.
the audacity was just shown to my face?
I think he was a.
My hair's natural.
Lavender is too. Who the fuck
roaming
said it
vagrant?
wasn't?
Not sure. I should find out more.
Just ask if he's colorblind.
Okay. That was my mini like I'm gonna explode if I hear something like that one more fucking time. I'll be honest with you,
I'm
Rose.
a
He
bit.
said that
Have
shit
I
to
even
me.
seen? I
Oh
have.
my god, he
I
It
don't
must
know,
be
bitch,
so
but
subtle because I haven't seen lavender in your hair.
He said that to my face and I drove off on him. I'm gonna be honest.
Ooh.
And I don't give a fuck.
Rhodes, can you let us out?
Yeah, I can let y'all out.
We'll continue to
Thank
keep
you.
that same
Okay,
energy.
Lucas, I support you 100%.
Okay.
They need to start making concessions, Lucas.
No,
you,
fuck the
Rhodes.
concessions. Can we start worrying about the issues that actually matter?
I agree.
Thanks,
I
What the fuck are we
agree. Y'all
pressing
have a
this
good
shit
one.
for?
Yeah,
Don't
for
y'all got
real.
other issues to get to? Or am I crazy?
No, you ain't crazy. Listen, I'm gonna sit there and support you.
Cause bitch, I actually broke my whole fucking neck. Like, I'm sorry, but if I was a flop and I was useless, well, not. I don't see that as flop dugong is useless. I meant like a flop bitch. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That sounded so wrong, and I was not coming for flop, but you know what I mean. If I was one of these useless hoes and I was just doing too much, bitch, I'd be doing more than 99%. Okay, so let me hear some shit like that out of someone's mouth,
Where
and
are
it's not
you?
gonna be cute. I'm on Marlowe Drive because I was irritated as fuck. To be honest,
1:30, 10:08.
I broke my
I'm
neck
on my
when
way
I
to
heard that.
Marlowe. Go to the vault.
Okay.
I'll see you there.
I'll see you there. Bye.
You hang up. 130-23 at the vault to assist with group 6 people. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going. It's going.
Bye,
That's good.
officers.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, I need to talk to you.
Oh, what about?
What were you doing before storm?
What was that?
What were you doing before storm?
What was I doing? I arrested Alana
Up on
Reviews.
Insano?
Where?
In Center Road. Barbarino,
Yeah, it was Barbarino. I was pulling trucks over.
Mhm.
Why?
Why didn't you respond to the laundromat?
I heard like 3 units attached to it. And I was informing people of, you know, the law and stuff.
But priorities. But
That's true. But also, for my mental well-being, you know, there are certain things that I need to prioritize.
but hostage takers.
Yeah, good.
You're right, which is why when, you know, there was like 3 or so units that called out, I wasn't necessarily in a rush. And as soon as that concluded, I was going to make my way there, but I believe y'all were UTL at that point.
But the meeting.
Which meeting?
Just now you were saying about the lack of 77.
Yeah, no, that happened. Well, it was 78. It was 78, not 77. Now, my traffic stop concludes upon a 78 immediately. 77, truthfully, if I dropped everything I was doing every time a 77 was called, I wouldn't be able to complete a single aspect of my job. So while not ideal, if there were no units that had responded, 100% I would have broken off. But because units had responded, it wasn't in my top priority of things to immediately break off and respond to. How many people did y'all end up having for the pursuit?
2.
2? Is that 2? 1 stay back with a hostage?
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I don't recall if the base city that I responded to was before or after that. What was that?
Before.
Before?
Because I wasn't on duty.
Yeah, so the Bay City thing went off. I hadn't responded ever to a Bay City bank in the past, and I was the only one responding because something had happened to Bobby Charles. I think he had gotten stabbed in front of the courthouse. And so we had people at the courthouse taking statements, people at CMC taking statements and dealing with Bobby. TLDR, I wasn't going to have much backup. So I pretty much announced over radio, if we don't have any additional units, I will clear the bank security hostage and release the individuals. By the time I got backup to clear all the additional entrances, there was nobody there. Again, I'm not familiar with the Bay City Bank. It's not something I've ever responded to in the past. So I primarily cleared the, you know, floor, like first, second floor, and then like the little lower area. Nobody was there. And then we eventually got York and Frost to, I guess, go underneath through the tunnel. I don't fucking know. They eventually cleared that, thankfully. But I mean, at that point, given everything that was going on, for me, it was just a matter of securing the hostage, because even if we got into a pursuit, we were still going to be heavily outnumbered. Like, it really didn't matter how it was split.
Hey, girl.
Was your 38 concluded at the point where the laundromat popped off?
No, not yet.
Yeah, she lost her vibe. She lost her voice. She's basically a mime right now.
She lost her voice.
Yeah.
Hey, girly. I hope you're doing well.
Okay.
Like I said, not ideal, but also at the same time, it'd be rough. It'd be rough.
Okay. I wouldn't do that, but you do you, boo.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got to tell me to do me. I mean, I can very much so tell you're not happy with that decision, but for my mental well-being, again, if I can't conclude a single aspect of my job because I'm being pulled in a million directions, the reality is that ain't it. That ain't it for me.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
Don't say it's fine if you disagree with it. Listen, you can voice your opinion.
I disagree with it. Yeah, I mean, responding to 77s is part of your job. I understand.
It is. You're right.
You like your traffic stops.
Uh-huh.
From my understanding, you were just talking about like weight limit and such.
Yup.
And not issuing like citations and then kind of going to help us. Me personally, I wouldn't, I wouldn't do that. That's fine. I quit. Yeah, just wanted to see what's up.
Well, I mean, were 3 units not sufficient? What was that?
We were outnumbered. It was 4 inside of the bank. And 3 units and 2 pursuing.
Okay. Well, like I said, I stand by my decision. Although I may not have issued a citation at that point in time, the entire aspect of speaking with individuals regarding, the wide load citation, on the grand scheme of things, may not be that important. It's pretty severe given the consequences of it, which is why I put forth a great effort into ensuring people understand. And again, I know in the grand scheme of things, priorities and all, but yeah. I mean, if presented the same situation, I'd probably do it again. Unless there were not units actually responding. But the moment I heard 3 separate ones, I opted to stay.
We still called 77s, even though it was the 3 units.
And as soon as I concluded, I was en route. But then, I guess they were UTL? I'm not sure.
Yep, that was like...
How long was the pursuit?
Like 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
But also, the hostage taking, securing, leaving them two officers.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it be what it be. Ooh. It be what it be. Give me 1 second.
Dispatch on 37 Magellan. Let's get these roof runners, right, guys?
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, doesn't look like Sky is around. I was gonna say, I mean, ultimately, if you deem it appropriate, you can speak to someone above me. I take no issue with it. I understand where you're coming from. Sucks not to get backup. But I didn't. I didn't feel it appropriate to break off given that there was backup to the call.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.